Gangsta shit, nigga, what? Dumb!
Nothing. I grind cause I come from nothing. All my life I grew around niggas that's hustling. In these streets you can't do no trusting. It's a lot of fuck shit, but I came from nothing. I grind cause I come from nothing. All my life I grew around niggas that's hustling. In these streets you can't do no trusting. It's a lot of fuck shit, but I came from nothing. I get the best out the ceiling. I ate the same thing for dinner. Trapping is all I remember. The circle went hard, got plays out the window. Yeah. No food on the table, went to Blaine House, eat anything. Sister had to do my mama job, cause she was going through pain. For a minute I was lost. Me and Candy went off. Skip class just to shoot dice, and it seemed like we never lost. Nigga never understand my childhood days, that shit was raw. My brothers was here for each other. We kept it so real with each other. Yeah. But in these streets, I done lost so many niggas. Baby got hit by a car, Peanut got hit with the trigger, yeah. Moment of silence for the real niggas. Yeah. Nothing. I grind cause I come from nothing. All my life I grew around niggas that's hustling. In these streets you can't do no trusting. It's a lot of fuck shit, but I came from nothing. I grind cause I come from nothing. All my life I grew around niggas that's hustling. In these streets you can't do no trusting. It's a lot of fuck shit, but I came from nothing.
I stay to myself, something I never regret. I spend all day chasing chicks, then whip up bitch with them chicks. I remember when the water off, now a nigga diamond waterfall. Everybody want you on the team, but everybody wanna hold the ball. Yeah, these niggas be capping, can't save and you ain't advancing. And learn the streets ain't look back. Yeah, when I seen it tell you Ryan Francis. Not saving, not a captain, nigga. Made my bed, now I'm damping in it. Same niggas that got your back, got the best chance for to stab you in it. Yeah, they count me out, but now I'm in the building. Look how the table's starting to turn with extra power steering. You lied to the streets, but keep it real with the jury. Niggas faker than they jury.
Nothing. I grind cause I come from nothing. All my life I grew around niggas that's hustling. In these streets you can't do no trusting. It's a lot of fuck shit, but I came from nothing. I grind cause I come from nothing. All my life I grew around niggas that's hustling. In these streets you can't do no trusting. It's a lot of fuck shit, but I came from nothing. Moment of silence for the real niggas. Yeah. You lied to the streets, but keep it real with the jury. Yeah. Niggas faker than they jury.
Evidently I've been shopping with King.
What up, Hurricane? Last name? Man, I know y'all got a motherfucking story about one of y'all exes, nigga. Yeah, let me tell you about my ex, bitch. Yeah, let me run it about my ex, bitch. Yeah, let me run it about my ex, bitch. Yeah, ain't gon' lie, I love your sex, bitch. And I love the way you work your fucking neck, bitch. Yeah, let me run it about my ex, bitch. Yeah, let me run it by my ex, bitch. I see you stunting with your pussy tryna flex, bitch. Then it's on to the next, bitch. I know you see it. My ex be getting jealous cause I don't have a kid.
Two inside that, nigga. Gangsta shit, nigga, what? Dumb!
Be real on the train.
You know what it is. Everything brand new.
Everything brand new. I'm fresh out the plastic. Dope boy fresh like I jumped out the
casket. Whip lick sick, got the new rings to match it. Hoes on a nigga, cause I rock the latest fashion. I be fresh from head to toe, I be fresh from head to toe. I be fresh from head to toe, I be fresh from head to toe. I be fresh from head to toe, I be fresh from head to toe. I be fresh from head to toe, I be fresh from head to toe.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kings, queens, peasants, and pussy poppers. We are back.
Yeah.
You are now tuned in to Cliff Notes Radio. We are here missing one member. Jalil.
Fallen soldier.
Out here, man. A fallen soldier.
Hey, my brother.
Tonight.
We are missing you like a motherfucker right now, bro.
Man.
For real,
I don't know if y'all seen what's going on with how this is going, but it was like 2 music videos playing at one time and shit. That's because I am behind the boards and I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. There's shit playing in the background right now that I don't even know what's going on. But yeah, man, we made it another week. The rent's paid.
Yeah.
The mics is on. These ants is lurking like a motherfucker up in here, though, nigga. It's the attack. It's the attack of the motherfucking killer ants. Nigga.
I sold enough bootleg pregnancy tests so we could be here. They came back positive. Girls have gotten their checks from their ballers, and I've gotten mine. So we are here, man. Let everybody introduce themselves. We got our light of the show. Go ahead and introduce yourself, brother.
Oh man, it's your boy Tough Crowd T, no one other than D, and if it is, we have yet to see. And I'm just back here. It's low key warm in this motherfucker. You know, summer is in full effect. You know, this alcohol ain't helping, but you know, I'm here. I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad everybody's out there listening in.
Yeah, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your patience with us this week. God bless Cliff.
Man.
God bless. That's all I can say.
The brother that spotted up 3 gray hairs in the last 15 minutes.
He got a full gray beard. He over here stressed, y'all. But thanks, Cliff, for holding it down. This is Queen MJ, also known as president of the Thick Thigh Rub Association. Welcome back to Cliff Notes Radio. I'm back. I'm black and I'm blessed. I'm ready to get into this hot topic because it's summertime. You guys already know what time it is during summertime.
But bodies come back in your life when they see you getting lit. They see you putting on that bathing suit and see you looking thick.
They see you looking thick, Tori.
See me looking thick. Nah, I'm more than thick.
You more than thick.
The hefty side, man.
You a hefty nigga, man?
Yeah, man.
Hey, that nigga Tori, look, me and Tori went to the gun range today. This nigga got a 40. He had me shooting a 40 and shit. Tori shoot a 40 like he a big nigga.
Yeah.
Like it didn't look like as big of a gun in his hands as it did in mine. which I was like, damn, okay, this nigga really is like 6'1".
I've been 6'1" for a minute though, man. I think I stopped growing like 9th grade.
You been 6'1" since the 9th grade?
Nigga, you was like 14, that big?
Yeah. I was this height, but just
you was a goofy motherfucker.
What you say that?
Cause niggas who be like tall and young, and if you that tall at that age, like most of the time it be a goofy nigga. Like niggas be goofy. Like the way that they move be goofy.
Nah, I feel like Tori was like a smooth, light-skinned nigga.
I was stoned like the first 3 years of high school, so
you don't have like as far as
I don't know if that's goofy. Cause you know when you first start smoking weed, you think everything is like funny, you giggling all the time and shit.
Yeah.
Like no, I mean like tall. I mean like goofy as in goofy clumsy. Like.
Oh no, I wasn't no clumsy nigga. Hell no.
Tall niggas be like that though. All the tall.
But see, I was a little bit smaller than what I am right now. Like I was like
you was huge then.
220, and then I blew up to like 250 11th grade, and then senior year I got like back down to this size.
You play football in high school?
I played football.
What position you played?
I played defensive end and outside linebacker.
He was a fast motherfucker.
And I also play offensive
Fast,
tackle. Because you know in high school you play both sides. So I play offensive tackle.
So my
too.
question is, how come you guys didn't invite me?
To what?
To the gun range?
Yeah, to
We
your
talked
field
about
trip.
it.
You don't look like you shoot, MJ.
We
If
said
you
it.
want to shoot,
Fact?
next time we gonna all go. I wanted it
Wait,
to
pause.
be. I wanted it to
I
be.
don't look like I shoot.
You don't look like you shoot
What does that even mean, Tori?
because you be all
Please
on the
let them
on
know
the
how
self
sexist you are.
on the self. No, you be all on the self-care Sundays and
Bro, I
know,
would pull
putting
the
masks
burner out
together and,
so
like,
fast.
cooking food, like healthy food. Like you just
So
have
that
this
means I
wholesome.
can pull the burner out?
No, you got this wholesome look about you. Like everything
That's
about
what
you
I
is
want,
just
bro.
calm and serene and all of that. And
That's what I want.
okay.
Because I like to surprise niggas with the hands.
All right. Well, I don't have little guns, so I mean, we could probably get you like a 380
He
or
is
something.
really reaching, y'all. You guys hear him dragging me?
They have little guns.
We
He
gonna have to
said,
get
okay,
you-
so I don't have any little guns?
we gonna have, no, I'm just saying, like, cause I brought Cliff with me today, and you know, we
Bro,
got to
I
shoot
shot
a
a
little
gun
while, and then
before.
my nigga Cliff was like, "Hey man, my hand is hurting and shit," and I'm just
Nigga, I
like,
fight.
well,
Did it
"Damn, nigga,
Did it
shit."
hurt your
fight,
chest?
No, it hurt my hand. I had an injury from a fight. My hand is fucked up. So when I
But
was,
Tori, Cliff looks like a fighter. Like, Cliff is like what? You like 5'9"?
5'9", 5'10".
Yeah, Cliff is like 5'9", 5'10". He's slim, which means he's quick. So,
Okay.
nigga, you're a natural born fighter.
I don't want to say that.
Although-
Niggas like me get slammed all the time. You have to really.
You look like the type of nigga that'll slam a nigga too, though.
Yeah, you do.
If I get up under,
Cliff look like the nigga in a fight. He literally goes for broke.
I have to.
Cliff looks like
told
the type of
niggas
nigga
this.
that'll bite you because
If you don't know what go for
I
broke
would.
means,
I would.
don't get
I
into a
would.
fight with a nigga that go for broke, nigga. Trust me.
I'm gonna tell.
'Cause-
I tell everybody. Listen, I feel like I'm one of the most easy people to get along with. It is no reason for me and you to ever get to a point to where my hands have to be thrown at you, because it's not really in my character until I'm disrespected. You know what I'm saying? So whenever we do start fighting, I know, like, I have watched these shits on YouTube. Niggas lose their teeth. Niggas lose their life.
Yeah.
Niggas be permanently fucked up after a fight over. So if that's gonna happen to me, I want you to know and remember me for the rest of your life. Like, I paralyzed that nigga, but he bit the shit out my titty and now I have no nipple. When I had that nigga in the headlock.
Tori,
Wow.
do you remember the last fight that you got in?
The last fight I got into was with a nigga on the block I grew up on. He was a little older than us, and the nigga literally showed up at my house one day over a car.
Bro, the short version of the story.
I'm giving you the short version.
It's about to be long.
But the nigga showed up in front of my house one day over a car that had got towed away. That he hadn't used. It wasn't in operation for about a year. It was in front of the house, in front of my house where I park my shit at. So I'm having to park around the corner to go to my house.
You got that shit told.
So word around the neighborhood was like, "Oh, Tori had your car towed."
You was
Towing ass
When
Tori.
it wasn't me, it was my mama who had the car towed, but he put it on me.
So your mom was the one who got the car towed, but you had to get the hands. You had to give the hands on mom's behalf.
I mean, you know, and the cold part about it was both our mamas was in my kitchen at the time, so they watched the whole shit unravel.
Permit Patty.
And
Hermit Patty. What about you, Cliff? When was the last fight you had?
Man, the last fight I had,
You got your ass beat?
man, on some shit. The last fight I had, I got blindsided. It was at the family.
That means he got knocked out, y'all.
No, dead ass. That's how it happened.
I got jumped in that last fight I was in. Luckily, the homie Chino was right there. Shout out to my nigga Chino.
Chino
Solid
sounds
nigga.
like a real one.
That's my nigga. I've been knowing him since I was 12 years old. Like, if I know ain't nobody else got my back, that nigga definitely do. So.
That sounds like a
Shout
light
out,
skin name.
shout out my nigga Chino Bar. He actually a dark skinned nigga, darker than anybody in this room.
Okay.
But,
I ain't gonna put my.
but he actually on one of the songs my nigga T Mills sent in, I think.
Okay, we gonna play this stuff.
So
I ain't gonna like I said, I don't want to talk about the last one, but the fight that I had that I really remember was when I broke my finger in two places. Like, I done broke this hand in a lot of
So
fights.
that's your good hand.
This is my good hand. which is bad because you always fuck up your good hand because it's the one you're gonna use and put the most force behind.
Yeah.
But I remember it was the last day of school or something, and me and my friend Brandon B Galloway, man, that nigga.
BG.
We was over there throwing water balloons at each other. This nigga had a water balloon fight. He wants the water balloon fight from his back door. Like, he wants to stand in his back door and, like, keep opening and closing the door and throwing water balloons out and closing the door.
Oh, so he's fighting behind cover.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, this nigga mama, Grades, was sitting in the fucking, what? Oh, this nigga mama, Grades, was sitting, like, straight up behind the door on the, washing machine. I throw a water balloon in and boom, water balloon bust all over this nigga mama Graves. But he closed the door right behind that, so I didn't even see the water balloon bust. I thought I had got him. He comes outside mad, pushed me like 30 times. I played a bitch. I'm like,
He pushed you 30 times.
30 times.
That's how fights used to be though when you were a
Yeah,
kid.
especially when you little and it's like your boy.
Yeah.
Nigga, do something. No, nigga, you swing, nigga. No, nigga, swing then. I don't wanna fight you. You my boy, bro. I was like, you my boy, dog. I ain't gonna fight you, man. Man, if you swing, though, I'm gonna knock your ass out. And it was like 30 pushes of that. And when that nigga ended up swinging, he missed. And I swung back. And next thing you know, it was I hit him one time. It was one fight. Hit him. It was one punch. Hit him one time. Broke my finger in 2 places.
So now you can't shoot.
Nah, I have a hard time with this hand.
Okay.
My left hand was.
He shot good with his left though. I was telling him like, nigga,
what gun did you use?
that's probably your good hand.
40 Glock. Was it a Glock?
I had a Glock, but we didn't shoot the Glock.
Oh, God, yeah, you did have a Glock.
Tori, you take guns pretty seriously?
We shot my SIG. I only got a few.
You only have a few?
Yeah. It's niggas I know that have like almost 20, 25 guns. And I'm like, bro, you sure you got enough? Like,
I had a lot.
I'm just trying to figure out, what are we really prepared for? Okay, so yesterday I was out and I saw a bumper sticker that read, "There's no such thing as too much ammo." And I was like, wow, okay. So, and then he had another bumper sticker that read, "Gun control is using 2 hands." So obviously we see how he feels about gun control.
Mm-hmm.
But what are y'all really preparing for? Like,
My thing with guns.
a zombie apocalypse? Or what
No,
is it?
guns cause fear, correct?
Or real
Like, people are scared of guns because a gun can take your life like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have the power to end the life in the blink of an eye with a gun in your hand.
right.
Yeah.
So that's protection, it's fears, it's all of that. And I feel like when we respect each other, see, when that gun come out, it make a lot
Everybody
of
act
motherfuckers
right.
get sense. Everybody act right.
That's why
everybody got sense
act
when
right.
that gun come out. You could be the craziest motherfucker, but when niggas see a gun, oh shit, man, hold on, wait, look, stop, man, I'm.
Yeah.
Everybody get
Everyone
knowledge.
just,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's like, why is it that we wanna take that away? Because we fear some. I guess we have a fear of certain people being respected. We don't want everybody to be respected, and I feel like that's how it is with convicted felons. I don't think there's a crime other than murder and a crime that involved the gun to where you actually use the gun to harm somebody, rob somebody, kill
You think
somebody.
it's okay for them to have a gun?
I don't see why you being a felon, if you didn't harm anybody with a pistol or a gun or something like that, I don't see why for the rest of your life you can't own one.
Yeah.
You will never be able to protect your family. That means your enemy will know. This nigga got a felony a couple years ago, I can kick in his door. If I get shot, I'm still gonna take him away from his family.
Unless the family knows how to use a gun. Well, actually, if you're a felon, you can't have a gun in the house completely.
Can't have one at all.
See, what I would do is,
My motivation
I had
behind
that bitch on the other side of the gate.
boom.
my motivation behind buying a firearm was, number one, because it is your constitutional right, as long barring you don't have any felonies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like everybody should have one, but the way it's going now in this country, especially in California, it's getting very difficult to get to legally obtain a gun, because they're making it. They're doing backlogs now. Now you got to do a psychiatrical evaluation before you can be proven fitted to be able to
I'm with that.
possess a weapon. So I figure I'll just go ahead and get me one, just so when it gets really difficult, I don't have to go through all of that nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
But that's just what MJ said. Why you feel like you need one?
Honestly,
You don't feel like the police can't
honestly,
protect you?
here's the thing. You can't rely on the police anymore. Number one.
The police can't call. You don't think the police gonna show up in time?
Like I said, you don't need to wait on the police to show up.
Let me.
Number two, what happens when we're in like complete anarchy? Like what happens when martial law is instilled?
Why
And
would
niggas
we
got
have martial law,
curfews
though?
and
We have a good government. Why would we ever go into martial law? Our
Think we
president
gotta-
is
gotta
on
go-
top of everything.
okay, yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I don't want to. When everything hits, when the shit hits the fan, we don't necessarily have to be in a zombie apocalypse. I mean, shit can happen, but I don't.
I do believe
when shit is running rampant, because there's plenty of motherfuckers out there with guns that aren't lawfully allowed to have them. I don't want to be the only nigga without one.
Right. Well, let me say this. I had a few years ago, I had somebody break into my apartment, and I didn't think. My brother and I are roommates, and I didn't
You
think.
at home?
Yeah, I was at home.
Why they broke you in?
Yes.
Hey, what you
So I'm getting ready to tell y'all. So he comes inside the apartment. I'm dead asleep. And at the time I had this table, I was making handmade jewelry. So I had a bunch of stuff on the table. I had my laptop on the table. And I didn't think my brother was home. So I look out. Long story short, he breaks into my bedroom door. And my brother is he's the type of roommate where he'll knock on my door and then he'll like wait for me to answer. You know what I'm saying? He would never walk into my bedroom. So I knew something was wrong, and I was like, Nino, close the door. And I take off my eye mask, and the dude is standing right there in my doorway. So immediately, like, I guess he was like, he ended up being this young guy.
He was startled.
Yeah, but he was also high. So, I guess he was scared of me because he wasn't expecting for me to be home.
Yeah.
So
You don't know what you got in the house.
Exactly. And, I'm scared. I'm really legitimately scared because I'm like, I don't know if this dude is going to come in here and like hurt me or rape me or whatever the situation might be. But I'm screaming for my brother. I'm assuming that he's not home. But it was that moment where I was like, I really wish I had a gun. You know what I'm saying? And I really would have used it.
I live by the
Do you feel
phrase
like his
all the
life
time.
But do you feel like his life should have been taken because he broke in your house?
I felt like,
She didn't say she was gonna shoot him.
yeah, I felt like I definitely would have threatened him with the gun. But long story short, I ended up chasing him to the door before he could make it out of my apartment.
And you know what?
Did you hit him?
No, I didn't hit him.
Did
He was so startled by me. He was a young guy, and mind you, I mean, it was pitch black at the time, so I didn't know who I was approaching. But I just knew, like, there was so many thoughts going on in my head. I was thinking, like, what if I let this guy just walk out of my apartment? Because he obviously was scared and was trying to get the fuck up out of there. He just wanted to take my shit. But I'm thinking, like, what if I let this dude walk out of my apartment and my brother is in there dead or something, and I'm just letting him walk out the apartment? So I chased him to the door, and then my brother finally came out of his room, and we pressed him.
And you see, you know what?
Y'all pressed him. Y'all ain't whoop his ass? Did Nino put the beats on him?
I'm going to say we pressed him
Okay.
just for the sake of...
He didn't put his hands on you, so I mean, but he did walk in the house. My question is how he got in the house. Was the door left open or what?
No, the door wasn't unlocked. I think I don't know what he used. I don't know.
But you know what? What you said you wish you had a gun at that point in time.
Yeah.
I tell a lot of people, because my mama used to have a gun. She had a 38 Special, never used it in her life. She said she never fired a gun before. But my pops made sure she had one.
Yeah.
And she would always tell me it's better to have it and not need it
Then need it
than
and
to need it and not have it.
Yeah.
So, for me, I mean, I wasn't that fond of guns up until like last year when I first started shooting. And then I mean, I have one good weapon that I really shoot all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's necessary to have one just in case you do have to defend your home or whatever.
Absolutely.
But if people don't need it, there are people I believe in this world that really don't need guns. And I do believe in certain gun control, but this whole thing about I wish there were no guns and you need to take guns from everybody, I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Like that shit Jalil was talking about like a few months ago on the show when he was talking about, no, what do you need this for? What do you need that for? And I'm like, well, it's my constitutional right to have it. And Jalil, the only reason ain't nobody ran up in your house yet is because they're not sure if it's a gun behind that fucking door.
Did you guys, okay, there was a story, there was a situation that happened, I think 2 weeks ago. A mother was at a gas station with her 2 kids. She had like a SUV, and a guy jumped into her driver's side and tried to drive off with her kids in the car. And she jumped into the car too, and she reached into her glove compartment and shot him in the face.
Wow.
And
I can't say I don't blame her.
Exactly.
I can't say that I don't blame her.
In her statement, she said, "I'll do anything to protect mine."
Yep.
That's a situation that literally saved her kid's life. Because he could have been a predator. He could have killed her kids. You know? And only got,
I will probably do the jail time.
And maybe
whatever it is.
Maybe his intention was only to take her car. But you don't know that.
But see, that's why I say that's where my love-hate thing comes with guns, because I feel like, see, we gotta use discernment. Mm-hmm. What is an offense that requires you to be shot? You know what I'm saying?
Well, being shot at is number one.
See, in my defense, that guy walking into my bedroom and me assuming, like, as a woman that I'm home alone,
yeah,
I would have shot him.
And we're in California, and in some courts, that might not be good enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you do it because you don't want to risk the outcome.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're just gonna shoot him.
I don't know if that was G Herbo, the rapper or whatever. Like he lost 3 of his friends in the shooting, but he was shooting back, so he ended up surviving. But his other two or three friends ended up dying.
I'd rather be judged by 12 than to be carried by 6.
You feel me?
That's my whole that's my whole look on it. It's like, okay.
And niggas say that because and this is coming from me being an ex-felon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't own a gun for years. And then to have that expunged and to be able to own one now, it's like, see, I look at my freedom different. I feel like niggas who ain't, like, have you ever been to jail, Tori?
No.
You ever been to jail?
No.
I feel like people who haven't been to jail and actually sitting there a couple days, you know, like they don't have the same respect for it as somebody who has been, so they will make statements as,
right,
I go in, I ain't scared of jail, I'm ready to go back.
It's not that I'm ready to go, it's just
I get it.
I'd rather be alive and in jail.
Yeah, there's some situations that I've been in my life where I didn't think, there were some situations, number one, I didn't think I would survive, and then number two, I didn't even think I would be in. You know, so it's like when certain things happen to you in your life, and that adrenaline is going, like the guy in my bedroom, like, that's really scary. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It really is a matter of seconds where, what if he wasn't a non-violent person, right? And he had no history of any violence. He literally just went into people's houses and had drug addiction. But what if it was on the opposite end? So I think that, like, there's some situations that might come up in your life where you're like, it's me or you. People are really crazy these days.
And sometimes people just need those life-changing experiences.
Yeah.
Like, say you did have a weapon and he walked in your room and you pulled that motherfucker on him. That would have changed his life probably. Because he will never walk in nobody else's house like that.
I told him I had a gun in the house. Like, when I approached him and I didn't let him leave my apartment, I told him I had a gun in the house.
That's the thing about that. I want to tell everybody, but that thing about saying you got a gun and not having a gun, that will put your ass in a lot of trouble too, because that will end you up with threats, with terroristic threats.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that. You
Or
can't
criminal threats.
I didn't care at the time.
And that's a felony in the state of California.
Yeah, communist California. That's what they call it.
Communist
California.
Yeah, you can't just even say I got a gun, I'll shoot you. Yeah. But our hot topic for tonight, we're gonna jump into our hot topic. Well, I ain't introduced myself, did I?
Yeah, nobody knows.
Man. Supposed to get slinging that wood, not that stick. Your man might keep it 100, but you see me, I'm gonna give you that extra inch. It's the man, the legend, the myth, the gift. It is Cliff, and we are back for another 2018 edition. I got Tori and MJ and this bitch. We missing Jaleel because he's sad than a motherfucking bitch. He going through some
Hold your
shit,
head, my brother.
Man.
Hold your head, my brother.
Dog, man. We love you. We miss you, and you gonna be on here ASAP. Y'all keep Jaleel in y'all prayers, man. Like I say, man, his family. Pray for his family and him and his strength. We love him, miss him.
Absolutely.
That's the reason what we're going through with this sound. He's not here right now. But our topic for tonight is wanting what you can't have.
Yeah.
Back then, didn't want me. Now I'm hot. Moles all on me.
It's crazy. It's crazy how you know them tables turn after so many years.
Them tables turn, boy.
Like a mother.
And like I said, and this topic is so vast, y'all. The number to call in is 310-955-4966. And we trying to talk about where you had somebody you was interested in, you was trying to get at them, and they didn't want you right then. You move on, you got you a new little boo, now they sliding in your DMs. You didn't start hitting the gym, doing your little squats. You got your little dude back there like MJ got, you know, and niggas start hitting you up more. And it's like, damn, nigga, when I was Slim Jim, you didn't want this. But now that I got that dragging the wagon, you trying to tag in.
Or you was struggling, you know what I'm saying? Shit, your situation wasn't that grand, and you know, the person decided to pass. You know what I'm saying? Because the situation wasn't looking ideal for them.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? Now you either got you a good job or you got your business popping and shit. Now you know what I'm saying, you can afford haircuts regularly and shit. Man. Now they all on you and shit.
I remember, bitch, I used to fuck you with Durex. I fuck my hoes with Trojans now. You know what I'm talking about?
He don't fuck with them clinic condoms no more.
Clinic condoms.
Them motherfuckers thick as a water balloon.
You know what? It can also be too, like, you could be the same person and end up with somebody who's just like fly as fuck. You know? That's an upgrade too. Like, I mean, it doesn't even necessarily have to be like looks or getting your weight up or your money up. Like, there could be a person that you were genuinely interested in, they weren't interested in you, and then you move on, and now you have somebody who might be better looking, or, you know, an upgrade, whatever the situation might be, and now that old person wants you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And when that old person wants you, it's like, now you're at a position where they don't make sense. It's like, sometimes we don't see the value in ourselves when we should. And it's like, we'll chase people. That's what I be telling my brothers, like, for real. Honestly, like, women say, you know, man, you supposed to chase me. I'm a catch, and bitch, I am too. You know what I'm saying? That's how you supposed to feel as a man. And as a man, I don't know how y'all women feel. But y'all be like, you know, y'all want a dude to come after you while you have 3 other suitors at you that you answering the phone for and letting you take you out on dates. I don't know how you work.
But that's but they do it like that, bro. It's like a pro basketball team. Like, one of them gonna get traded, one of them gonna retire, and one gonna be the starter.
But why is it like that for women to be able to accept a bunch of different dates, but guys, it's like as a dude, when you out here tricking on them hoes. A woman is finessing them niggas, but a nigga is tricking on them hoes.
The women do a lot of finessing. I mean, but men do finessing too. So
it's a finesse.
It's a two-way street.
I feel like if you don't have anybody, if it's not exclusive, then it's free game. Period.
It's not exclusive.
I want to say.
How do you become exclusive?
Well, let me say that. Well, really, in real life, if you don't have a ring on your finger, it's free game.
You see.
You know, some
Very
people
true.
believe that, and
Well, I know
But, I
this.
mean-
If I got time invested, I'll be damned if you free game just because you ain't got no fucking ring on.
So
And
you
I'm
go
gonna
free.
I'm gonna say that's what I'm saying on the flip side. If you're exclusive with someone, meaning, you know, I'm claiming you, you're claiming me. This
Yeah.
is where we're at with it. You know what I'm
Publicly.
saying? Yeah, and you guys are communicating that. Then it's a different ball game.
Yeah.
But not every woman has a team, bro. Like a lot of women actually want one particular person to give them their energy. You know, every person has like somebody who, you know, like when your phone rings, you're like, oh, well, that's not the call I was expecting, or that's not the person I really want to talk to.
It's interesting you say that because I think that might be something that women do early in life. I think as they get older, they stop entertaining that idea that, oh, you know, I'm only invested in one person because only that one person can make me happy. I think more women are falling back from that idea, and I think as they get older, they
And you
start
mean
to
they're
realize.
just?
You think it's the age, or do you think it's just the times?
No, I think it's the age.
I
Cause
think it's both.
you said what?
I think it's both.
MJ, are you single?
Yes, I am.
MJ is why you don't need a nigga?
I didn't say I don't need one. Well, first of all, we don't. You don't need a woman.
True.
I don't need a man. Tori doesn't need. You know what I'm saying? Like, I choose not to be in a relationship, and that doesn't mean that no one is interested in me or whatever the situation might be. But yeah, I'm not out here like, you know, I'm Miss Independent. I don't need.
It's not your
no one-
priority to make sure that
no
you
one
with somebody.
needs anyone.
Now, and for our topic, is there guys that, like you say, there are guys that's trying to get at you, right?
Yes and no.
Oh my God. Come on,
They're not
MJ.
trying hard enough.
I'm being
You don't feel like they're trying hard
I just
enough.
had this conversation with somebody.
I had this conversation. A lot of women feel like the guys that are trying aren't trying hard enough. Like, they haven't shown me to really be serious. And I'm like, this nigga texts you every
Bro,
morning.
you are literally talking to me. Like,
to you.
I'm saying like, I feel like I really cannot speak for other women, y'all, because I'm really a different breed, and it seems like every time I speak for women on this show, it's kind of like
You do seem like you are different from everybody, and
You are.
but
I shut shit. The thing, to answer your question, bro, I shut shit down. Like, I really shut niggas down. And I don't mean that in a bad way, like I'm being rude to them or anything.
is it because
but
you're focused on other things in life?
no, because I feel like if they add value to what's going on in my life, if they're a positive person, there's nothing wrong with me having everything that I want. But the last person that I was genuinely interested in, and we were dating, we weren't on the same page, so I shut the shit down.
So okay, so all right, so a nigga, he has to be on the exact same page as you for it to work.
No, it just has to be open communication.
All right,
Okay.
well,
Open communication would be, look, MJ, I'm really interested in you, but you know, I got this going on and I got that going on, but you know, like, can we kick it? Can we this? That's communicating, nigga.
That's there.
Okay,
I get that. That's there. But what
But
I'm
if you not saying anything at all, and I'm the one doing all the initiating, like, what the fuck is that?
I was just saying this to the homie though the other day. It was just like, I feel like a lot of women, they want men to show them their interest and show them how far they're gonna be vested. You know what I'm saying? All that, like, what's your intentions and all of this. It's hard. Like, I don't think women understand how hard it is for a nigga to say that I want to fall in love with a complete stranger. Like, I don't think people totally understand the shit.
Why is that so hard? But you guys can open up your mouth to ask us for some pussy.
I mean, all right.
Like, why? I don't understand
Well,
why.
I don't.
you
I
guys-
don't think
when you
it's,
thirsty-
I don't think it's a nigga.
when you-
When's the last time a nigga ever asked you for some pussy, MJ?
You really reaching right now.
I'm just no. I'm not reaching. I'm asking this question because
He really just.
no. I'm
blasted me.
asking because I don't think niggas are that blatant to say, "Can I get some pussy?" after I just took you out.
I don't mean in exactly.
So
those
here- so
words,
That's a
bro.
great point.
No,
I don't mean it
but
in
MJ,
exactly
but when
those
I
words.
ask you that, it's because men are getting bashed on a daily basis.
For asking.
And people are really believing that niggas just go out there like, hey, so what's up? You know, what's up with that? You know, like we really doing that these days. I have never done that in my life.
I agree with Tori.
It's not exactly. Okay, this is the thing. Let me rephrase it. You guys will put energy into sex, but you won't put energy into communication.
I don't think that's necessarily true either.
What do you mean we won't put it?
Because I feel like women put
It's
just
like
as much
when you
energy
guys.
into
It's
it.
like when we ask you guys to communicate or take the initiative or set your intention. It's kind of like something goes off in your brain to where it's like, like.
Oh my God, I don't think it's that. I think.
Tori,
I think women. First of all, sex. I don't think y'all can count that because women want sex just as much as men do. Now, yes, I believe some men do have a hard time communicating certain shit. We're men. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, it's hard for
why
us.
did you just use that excuse? We're men. Like, that's it. That's just it.
Some of us is hard to communicate. Now, I'm not saying I have a hard time. I communicate. If one woman wants me to talk, we'll talk. I like to talk.
Yeah.
What I don't like to do is be combative when I talk. And I know
Right.
some women love drama and they love to be combative, and I'm not here for that. Sometimes I'll just cut you all the way off if I know that's what you're gonna do. As soon as you start yelling, the door might just slam right behind me.
But you moved away from what
I move away from, Cliff?
the way that MJ saying the dudes just going at like niggas asking for just pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like where you started this conversation, because you made a very great point. Women just assume that because I text you what you doing, can I see you? Can we hang out? What you doing this weekend? Y'all take that as I'm just trying to fuck. And it's like, damn. I mean, I have to ask you out. We have to go somewhere. And it's like I don't want to.
The thing is, bro, no, you don't. That's the thing. You don't have to. You don't have to go somewhere. You don't have to go somewhere. First of all,
What you doing?
after 10, it's time to send. I don't give a fuck. If a nigga texts me at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and I'm at home, and he's talking about what you doing, nigga, what do you think I'm doing?
What if you busy throughout
I'm
the
a
day?
child of God.
What if you busy all the way up until 9:30, 10 o'clock?
At home, minding my business.
What if you out there trying to elevate the push experience from the moment MJ wakes up, brush her teeth, wash her ass, and gets out and gets
after
busy?
10, it's time to send.
Why do you feel like niggas trying to get pussy when they text you good morning, and then you respond?
Bro, you're really reaching
Then
right
you
now.
respond. Then you
Now
respond.
we reaching, bro.
Look,
We asking regular questions. We asking regular questions.
Tell me this happened to you, brother. You text a bitch in the morning. Good morning. How are you? She wait till 1 o'clock. Good morning, and that's all the bitch respond.
That's how you guys text too.
Then you be like, bitch, it's afternoon.
Yeah, we think the same thing too.
I
You
didn't
guys
say,
give us
how
one
are
for
you-
answers or
how
don't
are
text
you
back,
doing?
bro.
I asked, how are you doing? I asked, like, what are you up to? It's 4:30.
Because how you were feeling by the
You
time you got
guys
that
are
text,
a
you might be feeling
different
completely.
breed of niggas, okay? Just like, and I'm not saying this to say that everybody else outside of Cliff Notes Radio is trash, but these men on this panel, including Jalil, are very mindful. They're very conscious. You know what I'm saying? And you guys are gentlemen. However, outside of our world, even like the most conscious type of woman or good woman, we all deal with fuck shit. The last guy that I dated, he was on some fuck shit. He doesn't think that he was on some fuck shit, but he was. You know what I'm saying?
And now he trying to get it together. Did he see you popping and you got your gold
No.
head and you bald headed now?
No,
He's trying to get rug burn in his eye?
no. No. Because this is my thing. If someone is genuinely interested in you and you say, you know what, and because I'm the type of person, I can still be friends with people. I know, like, if you show me who you are, I'd be like, okay, that's cool. Like, you might not be the person for me romantically, but that doesn't mean I need to, like, shit on you. You know what I'm saying? But in the same breath, I feel like somebody who's genuinely interested would be like, no, you know, I think we're misunderstanding each other. I'm really trying to fuck with you. I didn't receive that back. So I said, perfect. That lets me know you're not interested. You know what I'm saying? There was no fight there. And I'm not saying the nigga had to make me his girl right then and there.
I think we don't do enough looking inside ourselves. I think most people, we kind of like feel like there's nothing, like most of us feel like, yeah, we got issues, but it's never nothing that's too big to keep them from connecting with people. We never feel like we're the wrong. We never feel like we're at fault for a relationship not failing, or a marriage not failing, or a friendship not working out. We never feel like we're responsible for anything. And it's only until we get to an odd space in life where we're like just really lonely to where we start looking introspectively.
And that's what I've been doing. And Cliff, that's why I'm not in a relationship, because for one, when I ended my last relationship, I didn't think it was fair for me to jump into another one. And then 2 years later, I was like, damn, I got a lot of work that I need to do. You know, and now it's 3 years. 3 years I've been single, and but I'm like, okay, I've done a lot of
imagine telling that to somebody who you've been talking to, and you may have dated, you haven't slept together, but now, like you said, they want you to set their intentions with them. And you're not in the space to be in a relationship, even though you're kind of fond of this person. Now imagine you telling them this, even though you've already taken a look at yourself and you've evaluated, like, I need to work on myself before I do anything serious with somebody. And then they just sit and look at you like, oh, you motherfucker, you a piece of shit, you ain't this, you ain't that. And it's really like, nah, it ain't that, bitch, you just don't know where I'm at in life.
And if she gives you that response, she shouldn't be fucking with you anyway.
Nobody really believes that, and like I say, it's wanting what you can't have. In a sense, like sometimes we look at people and they're so beautiful on the outside to us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we really want that. And sometimes we want people for the wrong reason. And it's like, it's a blessing. It's a blessing that they didn't want us back at that time, because we wanted them for the wrong fucking reason. And we'd have got their ass, and after you find out that they were nothing more than what we saw, than the good. When you find out somebody is no more good than the good you saw in them, that is a hurting feeling on it.
It really is.
Yeah. Like, the only good that you are is what I see in you.
Yeah.
And that shit is
or they just like the idea of you.
It's like see, but you need to get your eyes checked, because if that's all you see.
My thing is, I can't really fuck with somebody who doesn't have any empathy in terms of where I've been in my life. You know what I'm saying? If I tell you something and you're not like, and if you come off either judgmental or I feel like you totally can't relate to my past, then that kind of makes me feel some type of way. Like, it doesn't mean that, like, for example, if I grew up in the projects, right, and the guy I'm dating grew up in the suburbs and he has no idea what that lifestyle is like, that's, we could have that difference. But if I say, you know, I grew up in the projects, blah, 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 and he's like super judgmental about it and doesn't really know how to act about the subject, then I feel like we're not going to be able to click. But if I say I came from this and this is where I'm going, and you don't respect my hustle or respect my grind, then...
And if growing up, and if your upbringing and where you grew up at is a deal breaker for some people, then it's like, that lets you know where they were headed with this situation, what they saw as far as your worth. It lets you know a whole lot. And
you know, don't realize a lot of people don't realize the best until they see the least. You know what I'm saying? And with us as human beings,
say that again, bro.
It's like, and when you notice the best people for you in your life normally be people who ain't really had shit. Like the nicest people are the people who don't know what having stuff is, because it's like the people who know the best have had the least. The people who have had the least treat you the best. The people who have had the best treat people like the least.
You're right. In terms of our hot topic, it's funny that you say, like, people can come back into our lives and want us when we're kind of on this high in life, right? There was a guy that I dated kind of off and on, and he grew up in Nickerson Gardens, and we both kind of pretty much had like the same background and stuff like that. He ended up going to like a really good college, blah blah blah, and he made it. You know what I'm saying? He ended up he's really successful. But I noticed that certain things that were happening in my life, that, you know, my speed was a little bit slower. Yeah. He started to become judgmental. He started to become judgmental of me doing...
Like you're not working hard enough.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing with poetry? You know what I'm saying? Why are you doing this? Or, that's not a real job. How are you going to do this? And I was like, this is not... First of all, that's the type of relationship where I was like, we can't be friends. You know what I'm saying? Because, number one, you're a nigga who's hating on a female. And number two, you literally we both got out of this situation, and because my speed is a little bit slower than you, now you acting like a bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? But now he always tries to pop up in my life when I'm on a higher frequency.
And does he come with a sense of negativeness to bring you back to the
try to bring me back to reality?
Not to reality, but to his perception of where you were when he left.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I always tell people, be careful of a person who's a I remember when
Oh my God.
Do not try to lock me into the last chapter I left you in.
They not bring you back to reality, they bring you back to their perception. When
That's
people say shit like that, to me, I take note. Because I know that I can't be anything to you other than who I was.
There you go.
And you ain't gonna be nothing for me other than who you were. And since you haven't grown, my nigga, I can't fuck with you because I ain't where you.
And you still holding on to that stuff. It's almost like you feel like you got leverage to say what you want to say and do what you want to do just because of you remember that part of my life. You know what I'm saying? And that's low key, like, that's short-sighted manipulation. Like,
it's 100%.
You're not gonna be able to. You're not gonna have no kind of cohesiveness doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was probably best that those people were left right where they were.
Well, to be the devil's advocate, when we say, you know, back then, when we now I'm hot, they all on me. It's like it's some people in our lives that we skipped over. You know, and when you see them doing their thing, cause
it does make you feel some type of way.
It make you feel some type of way. It be like, damn, man, like, cause I know for me as a guy, as a man, it's been girls that I've dated and I've dealt with, and it's like, you know, after you finish, you know, I don't want to say you was playing a game with them because honestly and truthfully, for it to be 5 months later and this bitch to be engaged, you be like, all right.
Oh my God, nigga!
You know,
I'm glad you said that shit.
That
bro.
shit really be killing me though, cause
it's so, and you be sitting there like, well, maybe not you, but it's been situations where I've been in that, I done been in that predicament, and like I'll be sitting there like days later, like, damn, nigga, I was probably fucked up what I said to her, but that was what was on my heart. You know what I'm saying? Then months later, this bitch in another state, about to be married to another dude, and I'm just sitting there like, this little man, if I seen her ass right now, nigga.
These girls who take flights across the country to go chill with niggas, do you really think that he's the only plan they have in that city?
Probably not.
Hell no. You don't go 200 miles away from home with just a book sack in a book sack.
That's some country. That nigga said a book sack.
Book sack, y'all.
Book sack in a suitcase, and you telling me you done came 200 miles to chill with a fucking stranger? Hell nah. It's another nigga you know out here.
Hey man, look at your cousin.
It's another nigga you know out here.
I mean, some people just.
Whose business were you about to put out?
I don't know who business.
I don't know what he was getting ready to do.
Didn't your cousin say he flew a chick out?
Oh, his fiance.
He sure did,
My
yeah.
cousin and his fiance.
So I mean, we can say majority of the time it's like that,
well,
but
between them, they was talking for a while.
Yeah.
but she was still a stranger because they had never met.
And he said he was walking on faith, because I was like, he said he was walking on faith in terms of flying her out. He was taking a risk. But, and I was like, well, what if it didn't work out? What if she was crazy? And he was just like, then that's...
That
Imagine
nigga
if you fly a girl out and her pussy is stink. Like,
That's happened to you before, Cliff?
it's never happened to me, but I could imagine the sadness and
Cliff,
sorrow.
are you lying?
No.
But what if you knew it was meant to be online? Would you let her pussy stink and stop you from being together forever?
Man, listen. If
She could go to the doctor, bro. She can get
if
some.
soap and water don't get the smell away the first time.
She can get vaginal
It
endoscopy,
wasn't
nigga.
meant to be. God knew. God knew this. Apple cider
vinegar.
soda, apple cider vinegar, soap and water can't get it
Snap
together.
that pussy
That
back.
pH balance. That pH balance is
pH
toxic.
balance is off.
That pH
Summer's
balance
Eve
toxic.
can't help that, huh?
That pH balance toxic, man. Have your dick looking like a piece of cotton candy when you pull it out.
You know what,
bro.
Cliff?
Cliff's imagination, man.
His
It's almost like it's too good to be true.
Is just disgusting sometimes.
Listen, man. If y'all listening out there, man, don't let the motherfuckers who didn't value before come back now that you all polished off and looking good.
I want to know if you guys have any experiences of your ex or somebody trying to hop back into your life. Please give us a call at 310-955-4966, because I can't be the only one out here.
Yeah, we gonna take a break. We gonna come back.
We're gonna have to. We got some new music lined up for y'all.
Man, we got some new music videos, man. The first one I'm gonna go out with is my dog, man. I'm gonna play two videos, two of my favorite artists that's out here in LA right now. We're gonna go with Jimmy Hustle and my nigga Jason Cash, man. So y'all stay tuned. Jimmy. Gold chain.
That nigga with the dumb ass hustle with the dumb ass reaper with the dumb ass dope. Getting dumb high, sitting in the dumb high whip, getting dumb head from a small hole. I be that nigga, call me uptown, shout it when I'm riding through the C-town with my woes. You see, I've been on the handle my beat. I mean, no sleeping, no. Over here we keep it G, man. Ain't too many places we don't go. Ain't no fucking with my team, or you gon' eat that calico. Hold up, have it gon' roll up. I'm heading to the H-town, the nigga need to pull up. I'm getting to the fast money, ain't no time to slow up. A nigga only hating cause he ain't got his dough up. Bitch, what you know about the hustle? What you know about the struggle? What you know about the grind? What you know about the P's of the strong? Got a town capping 10 at a time. What you know about the plug being fan breaking every damn bag in the dimes? Putting on for the little niggas, but the niggas don't listen, so I'm just putting on for mine. I'm just out here trying to get it, nigga. Spit it just how I live it, nigga. Grew up in the burbs, but I know about the curb where I handle my business, nigga. And that don't make me no street nigga, but it sure don't make me no sweet nigga. This pure gasoline for the niggas in the streets and the fiends out there trying to eat, nigga. I'm bending corners, I'm doing what I do. I'm creeping on the comer, cause I'm out here making moves. And I'm just grinding, man. The niggas just wanna be shining, man. The niggas just want them finer things. The fancy gold chains and diamond rings. And I'm getting money, I'm doing what I do. I'm creeping on the comer, cause I'm out here making moves. And I'm just grinding, man. The niggas just wanna be shining, man. The niggas just want them finer things. The fancy gold chains and diamond rings. What you know about the hustle? What you know about the struggle? What you know about the grind? Since the day I was born, motherfucker, mama worked 3 jobs at a time. Nigga, daddy wasn't there, you ain't never woke up to no motherfucking lies. Cold water, you gotta take a shower, and it's 10 damn degrees outside. Motherfuckers like to think shit sweet, cause I grew up in the motherfucking highs. Same nigga put smoke in your lungs, same nigga get your line up tight. Same nigga that'll fuck your bitch, and your bitch ain't the one that'll lie. Same nigga, no change, my nigga, 100 to the day that I die. Motherfuckers wanna act all tough, when they back all up, and they back, then the nigga get the bitch bitchin'. When the feds come through for your head, boy, you be the first motherfucker out snitching. Boy, listen, I'm in the club, my nigga smoking good, my nigga just getting it. Tryna stay out the way, cause these niggas like to hate, and the young nigga getting his pension. I can hear Coach Carter right now, like, boy, why the fuck you in detention? Probably tryna get the sack off, tryna put the Mac on one of these bitches. Really ain't no telling. The teacher told me I'll probably be a felon. So I grabbed my nuts and I told her she could suck the right then she could get the left one. Why lie? I'm bending corners, I'm doing what I do. I'm creeping on the come up cause I'm out here making moves. And I'm just grinding, man. The niggas just wanna be shining, man. The niggas just want them finer things. The fancy gold chains and diamond rings. And I'm getting money, I'm doing what I do. I'm creeping on the come up cause I'm out here making moves. And I'm just grinding, man. The niggas just wanna be shining, man. The niggas just want them finer things. The fancy gold chains and diamond rings.
I ain't even got that Rossi, but imagine if I did. Matter of fact, it's in my motherfucking truck. Yes. Yeah. Make sure it's that Moscato Sangria, bitch, nothing different. The clear one, bitch, with the blue on it. You funky dog head, bitch. Over this Rossi, I kill me a nigga. Want you a cup, then better ask my brother. Touch on my bottle, then it's off with your damn hands. Don't believe me, then ask the last motherfucker. Pardon my language, I've been sipping like a baby in a hot chair. For any nigga that's questioning if it's our year. I got BLA, the ego, I got Hemi in the room. AC over there, and it's all clear. Let me break it down on them, clown on them, and bring it back. I put my Mac down. Let me tell you just where I'm at. I'm on the west side. Be my dickies and wallabies, and you couldn't get a fucking dollar up out of me. I'm just a cool nigga. I be trying just to relax. I'm like them hot stones. Right now, I'm splitting your back from around, get knocked over. Thinking this shit is sweet, I call her Spanky Highness when I need me something to eat. Bitch, if I ain't know no better, I think you hard-headed than a motherfucker. Said the Moscato Sangria, bitch, the one with the blue on it. Fuck I'm supposed to do with this shit? Keep on, bitch, and I'ma fuck you up. Why you bullshitting? The roses are red, violets are blue, and this pimpin' forever. Watch how that make a baby, this premium genuine leather. I'm trying to take you, but check this game first. Fuck around and knock your organs about the framework. I got some game, had your mama trying to backslide. Doing a wobble with your auntie while you're outside. Hop back in the scrape with you like it's all cool. Have you hand me that money too, cause I'm bout mine. I ain't nothing like them dudes you know, when they talk around like every other day. Shit, I was born in 1992, but the player in me gave me 68. It's that shit that you ain't used to. I'ma go ahead and reintroduce you. Second coming of the, but you know it. Old school game mixed with the new school. Yeah.
You know I'm sitting here smoking on my motherfucking weed and shit. Yo, young dumbass bitch don't know how to do his motherfucking thing. Hey, motherfucker once told me, that nigga said, you'll never get rid of a bitch. You sit a bitch on a kamikaze mission. The bitch make it back, okay. The bitch don't, oh well. On to the next, you understand me? Young bitch, get about my face, bring me a fee or do something. You understand me? We ain't doing shit for free. Clean this motherfucking house and do something. You understand me?
Yep. You know Max Zoom. Yep. Yeah, I grew up, older brother, little sister, walking through the hood, idolizing the pushers. Couldn't leave home if I didn't wash all the dishes. Don't trust everybody, I minimize all my friendships. The stress building on my head like dandruff. Pops gone and I had to eat a syrup sandwich. Homies kept me sharp, they had to see where the hands is. Roof over a nigga, I'm underneath where the fan is. I was just trying to see what 100 grand, and she doing it for the gram. Little mama, if that's your plan, thank God I'm even up on this planet to talk to a nigga, nobody would understand it. They keep on looking at me like I'm a bandit, cause I'm black, I didn't choose, I'm just a man. What do you want from me? No, what you really want from me? What you really want from a nigga? What you really want from a nigga? What do you really want? What do they really want from a nigga? What you really want from a nigga? What you really want from me? Them strips OT wasn't for celebration. That damn job was the reason I got medicated. I said my piece, but never elaborated. Cause too much talking to me sound like a damn statement. I really need to start working on my patience. You can call me what you want, but I am not basic. I'm in the fast lane cruising slow, but I am not racing. And ask around, I can care less if I'm famous. But the money'll be good, and I pray to God that it's sunny in the hood. Cause for some reason niggas hungry in the hood, and when they gas low they acting funny in the hood. That's why I'm on my pedal and a prayer up. I pray more cause mama say I don't pray enough. That's why I'm on my pedal and a prayer up. I pray more cause mama say I don't pray enough. No. What do you really want? What do you really want? What do they really want from a nigga? What do you really want? What you really want from a nigga?
We back on the air, guys. We back.
We live, motherfuckers.
Yeah, man. MJ was busy cursing me out. She doesn't.
And Tori done cooled off.
I cooled off. I'm not glistening no more because she finally done opened the door back. We got some ventilation up in here and shit. Y'all niggas love seeing a light-skinned nigga sweat, man.
I do
y'all niggas
sometimes.
get kicks out of that shit. I don't know why
Cause y'all
that
don't
is.
really sweat. Y'all niggas like glisten.
What you saying, my nigga?
Y'all glisten.
Nah, bro, I was in the full.
Y'all be looking like Krispy Kreme donuts when y'all
You
sweat.
look like a unicorn.
You look like a hot Krispy Kreme donut.
You do kind of look like a
No, that
Krispy
nigga
Kreme
look like a
donut.
hot
That mean I look
Krispy Kreme
bomb
donut.
then.
Nah, I don't wanna say all that.
That's what that mean. I mean I look bomb.
I ain't gonna say all that.
I look edible. I look like a snack.
Cliff, you tell him he look edible?
Never said though. The words never came out my
That
mouth.
mean I look like a snack.
It looked like that nigga crushed over, is what I was saying. Like, you know, them Krispy Kreme donuts that crushed over?
Crust over.
They crushed over, like they get crushed.
Like when they get
flaky.
Anywho, y'all, we're back. Thank you for tuning back in with us, staying in with us, being patient with us, all of that.
Man, as I fuck up over here on these boards and have things going on in this show, we gonna do Mindful Mondays. Jaleel isn't here, so I'm gonna do my best to do my duet with Tori.
Ooh!
Y'all interested in this? Come on.
Y'all ready?
Y'all ready?
3, 2, 1. Mindful Mondays, nigga. Do you care about you?
But you
I hate that voice, Cliff. I thought you were gonna give us a falsetto.
Do my dream voice?
Yeah. Mindful Monday, nigga. Do you care about you? Okay, thanks. So I don't have a title for the Mindful Mondays, but I wanted to just express the importance in like believing in yourself and believing in your vision, because damn, this shit is really a process. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cliff Notes is a process. Like, Tough Crowd is a process. Like, everything that we're doing is a process, right? And you never know. Yeah, exactly. You never know where your vision can take you. And it's like, if you just give up on it prematurely, then you'll never know where it could have went.
Or if you don't give it your all, treating it as if it is what it is today. Like,
Yes.
Go ahead.
No, you're really right, and I want you guys to chime in on it, because like, we hear stuff like that, like believe in yourself, and sometimes, you know, it's harder, especially it's as you get older. But outside of real life responsibilities kicking in, there's also that the idea of questioning yourself. Well, I question myself sometimes, like, am I good enough to actually do this? Because sometimes you see other people in other roles and other platforms or success, and sometimes I wonder, like,
You get intimidated.
it's not about intimidation. Sometimes I wonder if life is really set up as like a game sometimes,
Some
that
winners
some
and
people,
losers.
yeah, I know there are winners and losers, but some people, and that's the thing, like, are the losers, and I'm saying we as
Yeah, I was, I ain't no loser, nigga.
I'm saying
Show loser ass by yourself.
Can you tune yourself into the mind frame of becoming a winner? Because sometimes I think like, okay, only certain people are really supposed to be that success. Like, they're kind of just like in a game of their own. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think about people who are really, really successful. You feel me? And it really, again, like, it really is just a process of believing in yourself, and not just believing in your vision, but when you truly believe in yourself and you believe in everything that you possess, people will gravitate more towards you, because then they'll believe in what you do. You know, no one follows a leader who is misguided and undecided.
Right.
I want to chime in on that, MJ, because I totally feel what you're saying, and I wanted to say, basically, air is air, water is water, the rest is mental. You know, and a lot of people don't see that or practice that. There is a such thing as winners and losers, but it's a choice to be a winner, or it's a choice to be a loser. Sometimes life gives us bad hands, but you see people content in their frame of losing because of and they see people content in their spot in life because they have chosen to feel like they have gotten a win. It's people who you look at as losing who feel like they winning, and it's people who are winning who you feel like are losing. And with that being said, how you go about believing in yourself is not 100% just giving yourself some type of false courage or investment to yourself. Like, don't bullshit yourself. Don't fool yourself and say, I'm great. No. Tell yourself, I'm working and I know that it's going to be worth it.
Right. Yes.
That is all you can tell yourself. And
yes.
And you don't worry about being at a certain level of competition. Don't worry about being at a certain level of performance, because the performance comes from having different performances. Mm-hmm. That's how you say you have tailored performers, or you have experienced writers and experienced actors. You become these things from experience. You won't ever experience them if you question yourself and don't believe it, and don't believe that you can actually audition and try. Mm-hmm. Some people lose before they start because they actually scared themselves from the opportunity of auditioning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So with us being people and how we move, I want to say in believing in yourself, not to not only tune out other people, what they have to say, but really pay attention to what you're saying to yourself.
Yes.
And when you say that I'm good, I'm great, I can make it. Believe that on the surface level, if I was born and there was a plan, I'm not supposed to die how I came in. That's the way you look at it. Don't look at it as I'm supposed to be a millionaire, I'm supposed to be doing this for my mama, this for my daddy. No. Look at it as I was born with a plan and a purpose that is greater than anybody else on this planet for me. Mm-hmm. That is it.
I think it was James Baldwin that said a man should never leave the world the way it was as he came in.
Mm. Yeah.
He should always leave something in the world that either benefited himself and his family, or it benefited the whole entire world.
Man, a lot of people don't realize how important it is to really go with your first mind and go with those dreams that you have, because when you die, all of that gets buried with you.
Yeah.
All of that leaves. All of those ideas you have, nobody else had them. That shit that you said, like, damn, man, nigga, that's crazy, bro. You think, like, what? What the fuck? When people say that to you, that is because that is an idea that has formed from nowhere else and it came directly from you. Now, what you choose to do with that, are you going to try to make people understand this idea you have? Like, think about this shit with electric cars. I want y'all to really think about this, because I just got an electric car, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've been trying to explain to people how great and efficient an electric car is. People cannot grasp the concept of all you have to do is go to a charge station. Well, man, what if they ain't got no charge stations by you? Well, so you got to sit there for a whole hour and charge your car?
Wow.
Oh, I'm like, all right, listen. You don't have to pay for gas. You don't have to pay for brakes. And you don't have to pay for oil change.
You don't have to
gotta
pay for brakes or
the car doesn't brake. The car has an engine that has a battery that reverses itself to brake. So it has no brakes.
Wait.
The car has no engine, so it uses no oil. It's battery powered.
Okay, so
when the car goes, the battery reverses itself as it's braking. The battery reverses itself to brake, and that throws energy back into the battery from the kinetic energy that it was using to stop the force, and it puts that back in the battery so your battery lasts longer. Technology. What niggas don't know. And
so it's almost like
when niggas tell you about a cell phone. Why you ain't have a cell phone? What you gonna do if it die on you? Motherfucker, I'm not gonna let it die. Why the fuck would I let my car die? Like, it's just
like, why would you let your car run out of gas, nigga?
Exactly.
It's the same. Well, see, the thing is, it's also a electric cars still are a relatively new thing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people aren't educated. Like you just said, I didn't even think about it. Like, duh, there's no oil in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just brought that surface because we're used to a certain thing. But
we've been used to, and that's what I want.
Yeah, get to that.
We're so used. People are so used to how things have been going that when you believe in yourself and you say that you got something different, people are not gonna understand because it hasn't been done. They haven't lived in that life. They haven't understood those things that you're going through. When you're an artist, I hate when people, not MJ, I'm not directing this to you, when they say, well, my real life outside of my actor life or outside of my poet life, well, I still got to pay my bills outside of my real life. No, you're not. Yeah. You got to realize this is your real life.
Yes.
You're an actor.
You only have one.
You're a musician. You're a poet. You're a writer. This is your real life. And stop letting people make you feel like, oh, what you gonna really do? No, nigga, I really do this.
Or when people say, well, my day job, and this is the thing, I would encourage. It's really hard to step in this because I've been there. But I would encourage anybody who truly says, I'm a musician, I'm an actor, I'm a writer, I'm a whatever this is. Look at it like this. What you do for your 9 to 5,
so you do that.
Don't even acknowledge that. Look at that as a means of just making sure that you're surviving, right? Mm-hmm. Because if we could tear that down, and if we just had money in our hands to make sure that our basic needs were met, we wouldn't even be there. Unless you're truly like my last 9 to 5 job, I was very passionate about that job. So I loved expressing to people how it correlated into the mission for Push and my wanting to bring philanthropy into business and creative spaces, right? But I would say that's the only time that you really need to acknowledge your 9 to 5, because if you were where you really want to be, you wouldn't be there.
The problem with that, I agree with you there, but the problem with what you're saying is, if you gave the majority of people the money or the opportunity to say, you don't have to work anymore, bro, just go do what you love, 90% of them wouldn't be able to tell you what the fuck they finna do tomorrow. They would not have a clue to say, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life outside of going to that job. That job has castrated their dreams. That job has...
I wouldn't say it castrated them. I say their mind has been consumed with getting up and going to that fucking job.
And it's been taught.
Yeah.
And it's been taught.
Yeah, you've been brought up to believe that if you don't work, you won't survive. You know.
You know what's so funny about that, bro? People who are religious or spiritual or whatever, sometimes you really gotta, like, I know shit is hard. Real life happens. Real life is probably happened to all of us in this room. You know what I'm saying? But God and the universe always makes a way. There's always...
This is true.
Like, things literally always work out, right? So, even if you're the type of nigga who's like, you know what, bro? I'm not really into, like, you know, the whole artist thing. Like, I just, like, we all got those friends who like, man, I just like going to work and just taking care of my family or saving my money. There's nothing wrong with that either. But just please know that you could work a 9 to 5, or you could be passionate and love your job, but also love your life too.
Right.
You can love your life.
Some people work that job. Some people work that job, and on their off day, they sit around and do absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Talking about, I'm just so tired, and I want to go do this, but I'm too tired to do that. And I'm like, the reason you're tired is because you are drained from dreading that job. You don't realize that you dread that job.
Man, I think I said this before. It's so hard, and it irritates my soul when I ask people. I be like, all right, hey, what you gonna do tomorrow morning? Let's go hiking. They be like, man, I ain't gotta work tomorrow. I'm gonna sleep in. Like, my nigga, why are you sleeping in? You don't even know what outside looks like at 9 a.m. Because at 9 a.m. every day,
you're locked in your
fucking job. You're in a building with the windows closed and a door closed behind a desk. So you don't even know what your neighborhood looks like between the hours of 9 and 5. You don't know what outside look like. You don't know what the sun look like. You don't know what traffic look like.
Yeah.
You don't know shit.
Yeah.
But you gonna sit here and tell me, I'm like, you won't even get up and do something for yourself.
And they're not sleeping. They laying in the bed.
Or watching TV.
You hear shit going on around you. You just in the bed, probably scrolling on your phone.
Yeah.
Probably got Netflix on or something.
And then you don't complain about you didn't have time to get anything done because you are always working.
Yeah.
The time that you are off, you aren't spending it on yourself. Are you giving yourself hours?
Yeah.
People who work the hours of fucking 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, I feel sorry for you. The reason why is because if you work 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, there are things that you will never get to go to and places you will never get to eat, visit, or whatever, because at that time, that's when other jobs are open and they close at 5 and they open at 8. So all you niggas are doing is in the same system of each other not seeing each other. Basically being put into the perspective of, I'm going to put blinders on the horse and keep him blind to the horse running the same race right next to his ass. And I'm going to have y'all compete for the car, for the house. And it's like...
that you never in. You spend all your time in traffic and you never at home.
And then you have people who say, well, I'm gonna get this job way out here because they're giving me a raise. My nigga, you about to spend an extra 2 hours in traffic, so they actually just cut you down to what you was just getting because that $20 an hour just became 18 because it just became
gas maintenance.
16 because you had to equivocate 2 hours that you got to make $20 an hour for those two. If you still want to get paid what you're getting paid.
That's real, bro. That is real shit.
Yeah.
So what do we have a cliff notes for this segment?
Mondays with just believing in yourself, like
man, again, just really, really please believe in your vision. Whatever it is you guys have going, like really believe into. When you believe into it, it's like you're not ripping God off. You know what I'm saying? You ripping God off when you rip your talents off. Everybody has a talent or something that they're meant to tap into while we're here. You know what I'm saying?
That's big.
My cliff note is I can guarantee your friends want to see you do good.
Your real
But
friend.
I can also say that some of them don't want to see you do better than them.
Woo!
So you need to make sure that you believe in yourself. Because they might want to see you do good, but they might not want to see you do better than them. And believing in yourself.
And they might not even know that they don't want to see you do better than them.
So
It's a sick world, man.
Moving on to Ain't That Some Shit. So I want to tell you, MJ, I want to share this story with you guys. So 4 a.m. Saturday night, I'm doing Lyft rides, right? Pick up this white girl, cool young lady, Rochelle. She might be listening. I told her to tune into the show.
Rochelle.
I'm gonna talk about this shit.
Hey, Rochelle.
I don't know.
What's up, Rochelle?
But got in the lift. It was a shared ride. There was another guy in the car, but it was just us. She complained about the guy that she was talking to, and she was like, "He's making getting dick so hard. Like, fuck it, I'm just going to the sex shop. It's crazy you're bringing me to a sex shop. I need to go buy a toy."
She said
She was going to buy a toy.
no. She said that he makes getting dick so hard.
Yeah, like it's just too much. Like it's too much to deal with to even get dick, so she doesn't even want to deal with
Okay.
him. So she's
Hey, sis, I feel you.
I was just like, so I'm driving a girl at 3:30, 4 a.m. to go get plastic dick. Now I'd have been cool with dropping off to a regular dick appointment, but to take her to a sex shop to buy.
Sex shops is open at 4 in the morning?
Yes,
Yeah,
they got
that's-
24/7 sex shops.
Wow.
I did not know that.
I didn't know either.
With back private rooms where you can go watch porn.
Play with yourself.
Who would want to watch porn in a room that other people have just watched porn in? I know
Okay,
that you're
just stick to the story.
to the story. Back to the story. So, I was like, well, shit, I ain't got nothing to do. And we was the other dude was like, he ain't had nothing to do or whatever, but he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get dropped. He was like, nah, just drop me off.
Wait, this was a ride share.
This is a ride share. So we all in the car talking about it. So I was like, man, fuck it. I ain't been to a sex shop ever. I've never been to one. So I go to the sex shop, my nigga. We go into the sex shop, and I'm just fascinated on how women pick dicks. Like, if dick was exposed, how do you go about picking a dick, MJ? This girl battled for at least 30 minutes picking the right dick.
Yeah, I'll be in there longer.
She's spending money probably.
But
Yeah.
this is the thing.
She's spending a good.
Y'all get with niggas not knowing what type of dick
right,
they picking.
and that's what's so magical about the process, bro.
That's what would have made me
We
so
get to
pissed off.
choose.
If I'd have really knew this bitch,
We
if
get
I
to
really
choose.
knew her, and like if I'd have ever fucked, I'd have been like, bitch, if you don't buy a dick that look like mine, I'm gonna slap the hell out you.
But see, it's more than just, and that's why I really feel like when you're in a relationship with somebody, if you're open, if you feel comfortable with your sexuality, like you should really go to the sex shop with your girl, because it's not just
And tell her to pick out a dick.
no, it's not just about dicks, but there's all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's
Yeah, like
all,
they got lingerie and
yeah, they have stuff for
The
men.
vibrating ring.
they got
but-
the edible
Penis
underwear and
So Tori knows,
the,
you guys.
the lubrication and
And-
shit.
Fruit roll up condom.
I've been in some sex shops before.
I
I've been in some sex shops before.
I actually had been to Hearts in Louisiana, so I had been to a sex shop before, but it wasn't like on this level.
Okay, so look, it's really dope because again you get to choose, but it's not just about choosing dicks. It's like you can choose what exactly you're looking for. You know what I'm saying?
So you have some nights where you want something thick, you got some nights where you want something thin, you got some nights where you want
Or
something
you
long.
might have some nights where it's like you don't want an actual penis. You know what I'm saying? You might just want something
You
that's
don't want
like
a nigga
more
on top of you. You don't want the weight that
playful
comes with it.
or sensational or you know, it depends on the woman. Or what she
She
wants.
may just want some leather.
I don't get it because this is what I'm saying. Tori, if I said, hey bro, let's go to the store, we can go pick out which pussy we want.
I'd probably be like, you know what, bro? I'm gonna have to pass because I don't know if I want to go into a sex shop with another man.
We gonna pick out pussy, bro.
But I think Tori is saying more or less he don't like Tori. You wouldn't want to be at the
You wouldn't feel
register,
comfortable.
and
I'd
then
rather-
Cliff come around you and he like, oh, that's
You don't
what you
want me to
working
see a
with,
pussy
bro.
you buying? I see it on
I'd rather
that
either
page
go.
all the time.
I would prefer to go by myself.
I've seen you.
If I have to go with my girl, then yeah, I would go. But I'm the type of nigga. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna look at some porn. I'm gonna go see what.
You go to the sex shop and actually look at porn?
What else I'm gonna buy? Most of the shit caters to women. I'm not gonna buy no dick, nigga.
I've never been in a sex shop and looked at an actual porn video.
No, not look at the porn video. Like they got
Yeah,
shit
please clean
like a
this up.
Blockbuster, nigga.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like,
I ain't bought no flicks in a long time, but I'm just saying I'm going from my recollections from when I went to a sex shop.
I'm confused right now.
Oh my god.
Clean this up.
What are you confused about, MJ?
Tori, so you go to the sex shop to buy
A nigga ain't.
the DVDs?
What else is there for a man to look at in a sex shop?
I mean,
I'm not buying no
I don't know
pussy.
what-
But
I'm not buying no rubber
they got
pussy.
the
So
fake pussy.
they got the
fake
fleshlight.
Yeah, they got the fleshlight. They got the.
You
they
know
got
the names.
Vibe rings. They got the nipple rings.
I'm
they
not
got-
buying
How do
none
you
of that.
know all of this, Cliff,
I'm
and
not
you've
buying
never
none of
been
that.
there?
I
Or
said-
they just had them ready for you?
They had it there. I saw them.
Yeah, you just.
What I'm
now
saying is sex shops, they
Was
cater
there
more
anything-
to women.
Sex shops
think so?
are.
They got some shit
They
that
are catered to women, but you still didn't answer my question. I'll answer. If you go by yourself, Tori, how do you go about picking out pussy? If I said, Tori, you go, I'm gonna get you.
I don't know. I've never went to buy
Yeah.
pussy at a sex shop.
It goes $8,000. There's an $8,000 gift card. Here you go.
$8,000 gift
Buy
card.
some good pussy.
$8,000
What,
gift card.
what pussy are you spending $8,000?
I don't know. I guess whichever one is the fresh one, the clean one.
It just
Pods.
clean. You don't want it to be wet. You don't want it to be hairy. You don't want it to be.
I don't want it to be none of the, if I'm buying it at a sex shop, I don't want it to be wet at all.
I need
Because that
Wait.
means somebody returned some shit, nigga, and I'm definitely not buying that.
Wait.
I want the- I
Cliff,
want
was
the-
there anything that intrigued you in there where you were like, wow, I'd actually.
Look.
Did you get anything?
They had this fucking fleshlight mouth that was at the counter, and before I realized it wasn't. I don't know if it was a mouth or a pussy, but before I realized I had two fingers in that motherfucker, I was talking to the lady like this. I was just in that bitch just fingering it a little bit. I'm like, yeah. And I didn't realize until it started vibrating when I went deeper in it. Like when I went deep, I said, and that motherfucker vibrated on my hand. I said, ooh. Oh, this is nice. I can see what this is for.
This one.
Oh my god.
I knew exactly what it's for. You fill that up with some KY, you would have some fun.
So
I
you
get
bought
that.
it, Cliff.
I didn't buy it. I was gonna buy. I thought about it. I was gonna buy this little ring. It's called a caterpillar.
Mm-hmm.
You put it around your dick so when you like, it has like two little ball antennas at the top to do like this.
Mm-hmm.
So when you deep in that, they still vibrating on the clitoris. Like
So
this.
giving her a little extra
Okay.
Yeah, a
stimulation.
little extra stimulation.
Okay, that's considerate of you.
Yeah.
I bought some handcuffs at us.
That the
At a
ball
sex
strap on
shop.
their ass and had that.
I bought some lubricant, but it's nothing really for us to. I mean, you gonna buy some lingerie for her?
I bought some edible panties for a girl before.
Yeah, that's it.
They mess your bed up though. Fellas, never buy edible panties and have your good sheets on.
Okay, let me ask you. I'm curious about the edible
I hate
panties.
the ass part too, yeah.
The edible panties, I've never actually like seen them. Is it like what?
It's like an edible thong.
But what's the texture like?
It's like a fruit roll up.
It's like a fruit
Oh,
roll-up or a
okay.
Twizzler or something.
It's literally the texture of a fruit roll up.
It's like
melt.
it's almost like licorice or the fruit roll up.
Oh, okay.
It will melt. And when that pussy get hot and it wet, pussy get hot and wet, it start melting on
Next
your
thing you know, she got a strawberry tattoo.
Tori,
your mattress.
I'm just gonna tell you this live over here.
It's going up.
You might have some things on your hands, bro.
Oh yeah.
You might have some things on your hands.
That's all I was saying about the sex shop. It's not really catered to men. It's some shit that niggas can buy, but for me, it's like buying one of them. Cause you know they got the dolls now. They got the ass.
Yeah, that's really.
That shit isolate you from society though, like, cause when you start dealing with stuff like that, you get away from physical interaction with people. You start feeling like you don't really need a bitch. That's what I feel about
that's bad.
dicks. I feel like women feel like they don't really need a nigga because they got plastic dick. But
well, we also do that
story.
too because y'all don't know what you're doing.
See.
But like what I always say about
them, don't know what they doing. That dog know how to shut the fuck up and take dick. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Argue.
But what I'll say about that is, nigga, a rubber pussy, a rubber dick, a plastic dick, it'll never amount to the real thing. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing like a pulsating motherfucking private part intertwined with each other, nigga. So it's like
nothing like smelling your nut on her breath when she trying to whisper some sexy shit to you. It's like, yeah. Something about it when she breathing hard and it's like when you hitting her from the back, you can still swell it. Like her hair start smelling, you get a little bit of that the soap she didn't wash out. Good. It's about the real thing. The real thing is always better. The real thing is always better. When
your imagination.
When a girl try to talk to you with a little bit of cum on her breath, it's something about that that's sexy. It's just like, ooh, bitch, you love me. You love me more than you care about me to think about.
What do cum smell like, my nigga?
I don't even know. It's like it smells like a preschool.
Y'all niggas said y'all smell shit.
You ever walked into a preschool?
Y'all sniff y'all own shit.
You ever walked into a preschool? That's how her breath smell.
Have I ever walked into a preschool?
I think you really needed to stop there, bro, because it's gonna get real tricky.
This is not.
It's gonna get real
tricky. The road you going down right now?
The road you going
down. They gonna snatch this shit right up off the table. We gonna be seeing that nigga Cliff in handcuffs.
Man, bro, they gonna Bill Cosby your ass. We just gonna leave it right there, you guys. Exactly.
That nigga said a preschool. No, bro.
I think he means like the.
It smell like a daycare. It smell like an infantry. It smell like infants on the tongue. I don't know.
Okay.
Infants on her tongue, huh?
Yeah.
You guys, we are nearing.
We near the end of the show. I wanted to get to one part of Ain't That Some Shit about believing in yourself, and the other part, MJ, I want you to talk about it, to bring it up. We're gonna do it real quick. Mm-hmm. I want to talk about Kevin Hart and
Mike Epps.
And Mike Epps getting into it with each other. And just as us being brothers and black men out here trying to succeed, because I feel like this is happening to a couple people here in this city.
Mm-hmm.
People just working together and not wanting to work together. It's just like, to be honest, I don't know their situation, but hoe ass niggas be hoe ass niggas.
Yeah.
At all times. And
hoe ass niggas.
It's some people who will never talk bad about you, but people always gotta talk bad about them. Like,
yeah. I think when you reach a certain level of success, then that's when, you know, the true. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Mike Epps made a comment regarding Kevin Hart, saying that he believes everybody is funnier than Kevin Hart. And, you know, Kevin Hart went right back at him on social media underneath the Shade Room comments and said, like, bro, like, we've been here before, you know? And I don't blame him, because it's like, you're a grown ass man and you keep having my name in your mouth. Right. And at the end of the day, like, look, one of the things people have to realize is times change and people change, taste changes, and people like what they like. You know, we're in a different climate right now where Kevin Hart probably wasn't considered funny 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It was a different climate. Like we're from the oh my gosh, we're from the Def Comedy era. We got the last bit of that. We were fortunate enough to get, like, we watched Comic View. You know what I'm saying? That's when the climate of comedy was different, because the political climate was also different, because people weren't so touchy.
Yeah.
But so that's what we also have to respect. Like, we have to look at our surroundings and say, damn, that girl, she might not be the brightest crayon in the box, but she's famous and she got her bread up. And she's gonna continue keep being that person to get her bread.
And Kevin Hart is talented. We're not gonna say we're not gonna take nothing from his talent. He's a talented dude. I mean, he's hot right now. When you think of comedy, he's one of the main niggas you think of. And we're not taking nothing from Mike Epps, nigga. You had your heyday, nigga. When Next Friday came out, nigga, you were the nigga everybody thought of, bro.
But see, that's the thing. We're not even saying that he's still not that nigga. Cause
no, we know Mike Epps is still that nigga.
He's really, and this is the thing, like, they have two different kinds of stand-up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I could really choose, I would choose Mike Epps.
Mike Epps. Because he's really funny.
Yeah, he's...
Kevin Hart is funny, but then his act gets silly after a while. And silly and funny is two separate things.
Here we go, y'all. We know the difference between an artist and an entertainer. Kevin Hart is an entertainer.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Artists create. So what I that goes to say, continue believing in yourself. Mind your own business. I just told my little brother this today. When you mind your own business, people don't come at you with the bullshit. And when they do, it's people who don't have anything going on. Right. We don't see videos and hear Beyonce off the rip. She minded her own business, right? And everybody else who talks about the fluff and the rumors and stuff, nobody. If I opened up my mouth to talk about Beyonce right now, it wouldn't mean shit.
Niggas be like, who is this bitch?
Also, too, though, always remember, man, you're not always going to be in that position that you're in today. Yeah. That's the thing about Mike Epps, too. You know, he had Kevin Hart open for him before. And that's kind of hard to have a nigga that opened up for you say, hey, I want you to open up for me.
And now he a bigger star than
you. That's kind of hard to do, but as a person like Kevin Hart and you trying to get on, you're gonna realize you're gonna grow faster than some of your idols. You might get somewhere before the people you look up to. And it's not that they weren't working hard or they just weren't blessed with the opportunity. So don't think that you're better than.
Don't think. See, when you too worried about somebody else's blessings, you're blindfolding yourself to your own.
Y'all, we're going to get out of here on that note. Anything y'all got coming up y'all want to drop off? Y'all want to talk about? Well, no, MJ, you can't discuss that because we didn't get no drop for tour. What you got going on this weekend?
Nothing much.
Nah, MJ got the lock. Let me do my drop right now. This weekend, Friday, MJ has the lockout going the fuck down. You need to make sure that you don't wear your good weed. Come in that bitch ready to turn the fuck up and sweat that shit out. Niggas put on your good deodorant. No right guard turning left in this motherfucker. It's gonna go down. So, MJ, give me the rest of the information.
The lockout this Friday, you guys, July 20th, is going up. Come out 10 p.m., $10 all night. It's a function, no heels necessary, no VIP. Be ready to shake that ass.
Please do not wear no drawers. Ladies, I will be in there.
Yeah, come on, y'all.
I will be in there in sweatpants.
Sweatpants and basketball shorts.
You feel all of this on that ass.
He trying to put his Johnson on something thick.
Are lights going to be off? I might pull it out.
And that's where you will be escorted out.
I'll be escorted if I put my dick out.
Go ahead, Tori.
It's gonna be security. It's your boy T Rich, man. Y'all can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at its_T_Rich. That's its_T with 2 E's _Rich. Y'all can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Y'all be sure to keep sending y'all music in because we want to play y'all shit. Hopefully next week we don't have the technical difficulties that we had today. So we will get y'all
Cliff
music
is gonna get
spent.
his shit together, y'all.
Those that sent y'all music in, my nigga Mills, shout out to Jimmy. Who else sent their music in? Jason Cash with the video. MJ, anybody sent some tunes that you know of?
No.
But y'all keep sending y'all music in, man. If y'all know some people that's got some music, tell them to send all their music or send some tracks to cliffnotesradio@gmail.com. That's cliffnotesradio@gmail.com. We will try and play it during the break. If we don't play it on a particular show, it will see the air on the next show. So y'all bear with us. The breaks ain't that long, so.
And for me, guys, y'all will catch me at the Lockout Friday. I'm gonna be in that motherfucker, like I said, in sweatpants. I'm gonna make sure I take me one of them rhino pills, so my thing will be a little hard. I'm gonna be on the dance floor, shaking and twerking that motherfucking sausage pole for them hoes. MJ, I might be patting people down, so I might not be able to be on the dance floor. But if I pat you down, brothers, it's nothing like that. Just know I took a pill, and it's nothing. It ain't cause of you. So yeah, man, that's it. See y'all Friday. And make sure y'all tune in next Monday.
Tune in next Monday.
Y'all pray for my man Jalil and his family.
Big up to you, bro.
I hope he heard me get back. We miss him.
We love you, my nigga.
We out, baby. We gonna go out to my man Cheese from Louisiana with his song Animal.
I'm an animal. I used to have sense, but I don't have no more. I'm from Louisiana, the capital. You can't touch this, it's intangible. Look, my pockets overlooked, the hottest in the room. And feeling like I done took a rocket to the moon. Been on the act bad since they dropped me from the womb. And I'ma act a ass till they drop me in my tunes. Official danger, lyrical pistol banger. I spit heat, Miami, Florida, Georgia, Pennsylvania. Look at everything from another different angle. If it isn't money, then it makes no sense to tangle. Stay moving, I bang through it like Ray Lewis. Loving how I'm coming, cause it doesn't have a name to it. I don't make the same music, and 9 times out of 10, I don't say it if I can't prove it. A who sandwich, kid, I never melt. And you know I'm feeling better than I ever felt. Mean poker face, I don't need my hand better dealt. Got all the help I need, wanna hate, help yourself. But let me introduce Deuce with a 2. Making more noise than the deuce when it shoot. You listen to the new truth in the booth, bringing more pain than the 100 proof. Ooh, oh yeah, I'm an animal. I used to have sense, but I don't have no more. I'm from Louisiana, the capital. You can't touch this, it's intangible. Look, my pockets overlooked, the hottest in the room. And feeling like I done took a rocket to the moon. Been on the act bad since they dropped me from the womb. And I'ma act a ass till they drop me in my tunes. Heart of a lion, but the mind of an ape. Eagle eyes, beef a lion, but I ain't blind to you snakes. Agile as a cat, now who challenging that? When I walk a thin line, it's a balancing act. Temper like a mongoose, hopping like a kangaroo. Swing through a hang too like an orangutan do. Like a bear, I hibernate cause I'm copping cake. A pit mixed with a Great Dane and a boxer face. I'm staying true, but play with who play with you? Cause if you play with me, then you're resurrecting the saber tooth. Strong as an ox, Bobby's cunning as a fox. Playful as a